Pakelkite rankas, kiek supranta angliškai, kiek žmonių salėje supranta angliškai. O, kokie 80%. Gerai, tai iš tikrųjų, kai apie muziką kalbam, tai daug dalykų gali būti ir taip, ir net ir be anglų kalbos. Jeigu jausiu atmosferą, kad nesupranta, tai išversiu.
We say D minor. In the United States, D mol. How do you spell that?
Oh, you can write D minor.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about this tune. It's a modal tune, right? We all know Dorian. It's a Dorian scale, right? Do you know Dorian?
Yeah,
Dorian. The Dorian scale. So, what I didn't hear a lot of, I heard it in some of your playing, but what I didn't hear is using the scale to its full potential. We all know that every scale has a certain amount of notes. Let's say seven notes, 8 notes, whatever, depending on what you want to use. There's different modes of the scale. Like, say this is the treble clef. It's in treble clef. So say we're starting, let's say it's the C major scale starting on D, right? That's pretty much what the Dorian scale is. But there's other modes of the scale that we can use. You don't only have to start on the D. You can start on the E, you can start on F, the G, A, the B. You can use all of those scales. So do me a favor, I want to do a demonstration. Come forward a little bit. I want you guys to do a vamp on just the D minor scale. And I want you to start on B natural. The B, can I say that? B natural?
Yeah.
B natural. And I want you to go up the B natural scale, starting on B, right? With the modal scale starting on B. So C major starting on the B note. All these notes?
Right? C.
Starting at, yeah, C, but starting on B. Go up the same scale. Can we start with this? Yes, do it slower, Let them hear the difference. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready. Okay, now do the same thing. Do the same thing. Now start on the E. The E and go. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, ready. Different. All you have to do is you can just start on another scale degree and go up. You can work around that B natural, and you can play around with that for a while if you want to. Now, what he was doing bebop. He's adding some chromatic tones in there. I'll talk about that a little bit. But first, I want to see you guys do that. Think about what I just said to him in mind, and I want you to try to solo again. Is it understood? Yes. Okay, so let's try that again.
Ar visi suprato? Tai buvo C natūralus mažoras, is a C major.
Yeah, it's
Jo, dorinė dermė. Ir ką Dorsey sakė, kad first you start from B natural. Ta pati dermė, tai iš pradžių prasidėjo ne nuo Do, bet nuo C natural, nuo C. And second one, where did you start from?
E.
E. Ir ta pati dermė, tai pradedant nuo Mi.
Yes, so I want all of you with that in mind to think about the different notes in the scale that you can start from. Not necessarily the ones that I said, but there's a bunch of different notes you can start from. And that's how you can get a different color without really learning anything new. Just mess around with the scale a little bit. So maybe we can start with you. If you come forward and try to work those things out a little bit. Just go through, and the same thing works for the other key in the middle. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready.
Jo, ką Dorsey turėjo omeny daugiau visą laiką koncentruotis ir žaisti aplinkui C.
Locally, do they understand locally?
Yeah, they do understand.
Locally. Locally.
Mm-hmm.
Try again. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready. we can also use different leaps of scales. Like for instance, leaps of notes. Like what I like to do is, I like to start. I can do things like, I'm just gonna write it in concert. So we're gonna do A, D, E, right?
Jis žino, kas yra leaps, bet šuoliai.
Leaps. So, for instance, when I'm over there, A, D, E, A, right? Can you transpose that? Or should I write it in B flat? You can transpose it? Okay, awesome. So let's try that. Let's try using those three notes in different manners.
Jo, tik tai naudojant tas tris natas skirtingais ritminiais piešiniais ir skirtingų frazavimu.
1, 2, a 1, 2, ready, and. Maybe we can move on to someone else since we gotta get around. So yeah. Okay, so let's see. Why don't you? Oh no. Is it okay? Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's try to incorporate this. I want you to start on the free scale. The third scale.
No freakiness.
I want you to play around the fingers, and then I want you to do the low key.
Ir po to lokrinį.
Then I want you to do the Dory.
Ir dorinį.
Then I want you to do. What else? But go ahead. 1. So what we're doing first? A 1, 2, a 1, 2, ready, and.
Maybe he needs to transpose in this key.
I told him no translation.
Oh, okay. You know the
He's a whole
translation.
step up. Yeah.
Okay.
So you're gonna do your C sharp. C sharp concert. How do you say C sharp?
Do diez koncertinė.
Starting on
Do
C sharp.
diez.
C sharp. Yeah. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, ready. Okay, so now we're going to talk a little bit about chromatics, incorporating chromatics into scale. So generally how bebop works, or how chromatics works, is that usually the first note that you play, whether it's an eighth note or a quarter note, is usually one of the chords, one of the notes within the chord. The second note is usually a chromatic leading tone. or it doesn't necessarily have to be, but generally it's another note. So pretty much every other note can be whatever you want it to be. But the first note that you play on the beginning of every beat has to be a part of the chord. Generally.
Kiekviena pirmoji nata yra akordinė nata, o tarp akordinių natų gali įdėti kromatinius vedamuosius tonus. Pereik.
1, 2, ready. Arpeggiation of the chords. So what soloing is, it's a combination of scales, chromaticism, and arpeggiation. So if you're using those three things, you're playing.
Okay, aš gal ir visiems dar kartą pasakysiu. So you said chord, improvizacija yra chord tones.
Scales.
Okay, akordinės natos, dermės ir arpeggio. Ir chromatizmai.
So think about those three things when you're playing as well. First I went through the diatonic scale, but now we're going to get a little more intricate into it. I want to see what you're doing. Just take it. Yeah. Try again. You know, One, two, ready, and. Listen how they play, how they articulate.
Klausykit, kaip jie artikuliuojami.
Transcribe their solos.
Nutransponuoti jų solo. Nusiimkit solo.
Take the information that you like within the solo.
Ir išskirkit informaciją, kuri jums patinka ir kuri nepatinka.
Memorizing all 12 keys.
Ir išmokit mintinai visose 12 tonacijų.
And once you understand it enough,
ir suprasti,
then start writing your own.
Ir pradėti rašyti savo paties.
And you'll start your jazz vocabulary.
Ir tada pradėsi savo asmeninį džiazo žodynėlį.
So with that being said, I want to run through it one more time, and I want all of you guys to solo thinking about those very things.
Okay, tai mes improvizuosim dar kartą visi, bet atkreipkite dėmesį viską, ką jūs kalbėjot, tai ką ir ką demonstravom tų žmonių, kurie improvizavo.
I'll join you a little bit. I want to hear you guys
ir Dorsey
solo as well.
prisijungs.
I want to hear you guys. Okay, well, let's start. Let's start. One. Maybe we can take it up a little bit. Can we take it up a little bit?
Galim paimti šiek tiek greičiau?
Tempo, yes, greičiau.
One, two, 4. fourth? Who wants to play fourth? Everybody? Oh, okay. Everybody. I want to hear what tempo are you guys on? Anyone. It's a lower seven. Yeah. So, in order to effectively improvise in jazz, you have to be able to play any scale at any time. If we're gonna solo over a tune and you want to know the tune, the first thing I would do is run through the changes with all the scales.
Yeah, aš tik tai išversiu Dorsey for everyone. So Dorsey is saying, Dorsey sako, kad jeigu nori improvizuoti ar bandyti improvizuoti bet kokį kūrinį, reikia žinoti kiekvieną dermę ir galėti ją atlikti bet kuriuo metu.
Yes, the scales, and after the scales, do the arpeggios.
Ir arpeggiation, arpeggio.
Throughout all of the changes.
Visi akordai, ant visų akordų.
And then invert the arpeggiation.
Ir po to apversti tos arpeggio.
And then the chromatic scale.
Ir chromatinė.
Throughout the changes, starting on the notes. If you do that, you'll be able to play over it.
Okay.
That's something to work on. You have to work on it every day. You know, the good thing about it is that once you memorize it, you've got it.
Yeah, geras dalykas tai, kad jeigu tu išmoksti mintinai visose 12 tonacijų, tu set.
Yeah, and then once you get that, then you can start working on the Lydian. You guys know Lydian, right?
Jo, lydinė. It's similar, I think. You guys know lydinė mixo. Taip pat lietuviškai kaip yra. O ar jūs žinot senovinės dermes? Joninė, mixo lydinė, ane? Ir čia mažoras būtų lydinė. Ir minoras yra eolinė, fryginė, lokrinė, dorinė. Ar esate girdėję šitas? Do you guys know that?
Oh, well, let's talk about it a little bit.
Well, let's talk.
Let's talk about the scales a little bit. What it is, it's exactly what I told you about the modes. Let me turn this real quick to the. Okay. So, how do you say? Set, do it. C major.
I think they'll understand
Okay,
English.
C major, right? The first scale degree of every major scale has a mode. The one,
Natūralus C mažoras turi, jeigu pradedi nuo skirtingos natos, turi savo specifinę dermę, tai yra tos vadinamos senosios dermės.
yes. So the first degree is called the Ionian scale, which is the major scale going up.
Jo, pradeda nuo pirmos, tai yra joninė.
The second one is called the Dorian,
Antroji, jeigu pradedi nuo re, sakykime, C-durė, tai yra dorinė,
which is the key in impression. It's a Dorian.
kaip impressions
Starting
kūriniai.
on the second degree. The third is the Phrygian.
Nuo trečio pradedant, jeigu, sakykime, C-durė nuo mi, yra fryginė.
The fourth degree is the Lydian.
Nuo ketvirto yra lydinė.
Fifth is Mixolydian.
Nuo penkto pradedame meksolydinė,
And then we have Aeolian
eolinė, kaip natūralus minoras.
and Locrian.
Ir loknė, jeigu pradedi nuo C, nuo 7 gamos laipsnio.
So when you're practicing your major scales, run through all of these. Start on the note and run through all of them.
Kai praktikuosi savo mažorinę gamą, pradėkit pragrokit visas dermes, dorinę, meksolydinę ir taip toliau.
And the reason why some of this is important, because what if you see a chord that says, you see F7.
Tai yra labai svarbu, jeigu, pavyzdžiui, matai F7, sharp 11, DS11,
Sharp 11. So that's the Lydian in the key of C.
reiškia, tai yra lydinė C-durė.
So you'll already know automatically what notes you can use.
Tai reiškia, iš karto automatiškai tu žinai, kokias natas gali naudoti.
And we, the melodic and the harmonic minor
Melodinis ir harmoninis minoras.
as well.
Ir
And
taip
then
toliau.
we'll get into some further things, but those things first.
Jo,
it takes
dermės pirma.
it takes a lot because there's so much more to learn. So much more. There's Lydian flat 9 scales. There's
Lydinė bemol 9 ir taip toliau.
there's so many different things that you can use. Any of you experiment with whole tone scales?
Ar kas nors bandė išsirentuoti ant pilnų tonų gamoms?
Yeah.
Sakykit aiškiai, kad Dorsey suprastų, ar jūs žinot ar ne, nes tada jis nežino, kaip jam organizuoti laiką. Jep, pilnų tonų gama.
Do you know the diminished?
Žinai, sumažinta dermė?
No? Half whole diminished?
Pustonis tonas, sumažinta dermė, pustonis tonas, bet tą gali ir taip pagroti.
Play for me. Whole half whole.
Jo, tai pustonis tonas, arba tonas, pustonis tonas.
These are all okay. So we have a website, and we're gonna write it down before this. Facebook.com/jazz-education-seminar.
Jo, palaikinkit mūsų puslapį ir ten Dorsey postina visokius džiazovus dalykus.
I'm gonna post everything. I'm gonna post all of the scales that you need to work with.
Visas gamas,
I'm gonna post tunes that work with those scales,
kūrinius, kurie tinka toms gamoms.
so you guys can start getting your jazz vocabulary.
Kad jūs galėtume pradėti kurti savo džiazo žodyną.
It's gonna be there if you want it. Just understand. It's very serious. It takes a lot of patience. It takes a lot of practice.
Tai žinoma labai daug laiko ir praktikavimuose, bet tai atsiperka.
I mean, a faster way would be to just copy a bunch of licks from some artists.
Jo, greitesnis būdas būtų nuimti frazes nuo kitų muzikantų ir tiesiog groti jomis.
And that's great, but eventually you want to be able to write your own.
Jo, tai yra labai geras žingsnis, bet ilgainiui tu nori rašyti, improvizuoti savo žodžių.
So in jazz music, we are all players and composers. We compose on the spot and we improvise.
Džiazo muzikoje mes esam muzikantai, bet ir kompozitoriai, nes mes komponuojam iš karto vietoje. Taip?
We'll never play the same thing exactly the same way. It's always going to be different when we play.
Mes niekada negrosim taip pat, visą laiką kažkas bus kitaip.
So let's finish 4. But just keep those.
You still have some time though, so you can really work on. You
work on some scales.
definitely have 40 minutes.
Let's work on some scales.
I think you can, work on personal. I think that's pretty good to see one example and invite someone in person.
You're supposed to be my helper. Okay, someone that doesn't want to do it. It's educational. It's just a scale. I'm going to write that for you.
Nu, ateikit kas nors. Kas labiausiai nenori. Okay.
So we know all our scales, right? So this is what we call the C-Lydian scale. So can you tell me what key you think this is in?
Jo, bet jis pasako, kaip manai, kokioje tonacijoje yra šita?
What key do you think it's in?
Šita tokia. Well, he said C.
Nah. How do you say it?
Sol.
Sol. F sharp. Set. Sharps. Right? So if I start on G, and I go up, set, sol, taip.
Okay, ką jis nori pasakyti, kad lydinė prasideda visiems, kad aišku, lydinė prasideda nuo 4 gamos laipsnio, okay? Ir mes nupaišėm nuo do dar prasidedančią lydinę gamos laipsnę, lydinę dermę, ne? Tai nuo kokios natos skaičiuojant do yra 4 gamos laipsnis. Sol, taip, B, A, B, C, 4 gamos laipsnis. Tai reiškia C lydien, jeigu pradeda nuo do lydinė, priklauso tonacijai, G tonacijai, sol tonacijai. Pradėk nuo fa diezo. Nuo fa diezo. F sharp yra fa diezas. Pradėk nuo... nuo re. Jis rodo, nes reikia.
It seems difficult right now, and that's because you're not used to doing it. We don't practice it on a daily basis. But if we practice our scales like that, we can perform them in many different ways and get a lot of different results out of just one scale.
Jo, jeigu mes praktikuojame tokiu būdu, nežinau, ar visi gale, kas sėdė, ar visi viską suprato, kas vyksta, nes lenta nusukta šiek tiek, tai gali būti neaišku. Tai jeigu paimi dermę ir pradedi nuo skirtingų dermės laipsnių ir pragroji tai visais manomais būdais, viršūnė ir apačion, tu turi tai padaryti kiekvieną dieną. Bet ilgainiui tai pasidaro kaip įprotis ir daug lengviau, neatrodo taip sudėtinga.
Yes. So what I want the rhythm section to do is, I want you guys to start on a C chord and then a D chord, a D7 chord. So C major 7, sharp
C
11,
C7
and D major 7. D7, sorry, D7.
Ir D7. So maybe you can write that down.
Do they understand chords?
Yeah. CMI 7, sharp 11, diez 11, vidurinė ir D7.
Okay.
Good.
So, now I want you to practice scale. So, one, so, 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, I want you to go through all of the modes. I want you to start on C. C? We're gonna keep
Pradėti nuo
so.
do. Nuo so. From G or
From C.
From C. Nuo do.
No. We're gonna start on C, and we're gonna go all. You're gonna play up the scale.
Aha,
And then-
pagroji dermino C.
Then he's gonna start on the next note. And
Ir
play up
tada
the scale.
pradedi nuo Re, tada pradedi nuo Mi, ir tada pradedi nuo Fa diez ir taip toliau, gerai?
One, two, ready, and. That's all you got. And that's how we practice the scales
Taip kaip mes praktikuojame
in all 12 keys.
klasėse.
So, with that being done, so now you learned, let's say you learned it, you spent 2 weeks on it, and you memorized it.
Sakykime, kad tu išmokai tai ir tu visiškai jautiesi patogiai tame ir praleidi 2 savaitės ant to.
So every time you see a chord with a sharp 11 in it, you know already what to do over it.
Okay, tai jeigu tu matai kažką su diez 11, reiškia iš karto automatiškai žinai, kokią dermę naudoti.
So then, we move on to the we can say half diminished chords, right?
Tada galima pradėti mokytis pusiau sumažintis septakordus.
So, and the next step is those. We play those, all 12 keys. I'm going to write it down for you so that you can see. And then after that, now you have the Dorian and you have the minor 7 flat 5 or the half diminished chords. I'm gonna choose that. And jazz is very, very analytical music.
Džiazas yra labai analitinė muzika.
It's about listening. It's about theory knowledge. You have to be able to play as well as understand the theory behind it.
Jo, tu turi sugebėti groti lygiai taip pat kaip suprasti teoriją, kuri yra už to grojimo.
Yes. The ear can only go so far with jazz. You know, there's some things. The ear can only go so far. In other words, the ear isn't enough.
Okay, klausa ir tik tai iš klausos nėra pakankama.
Because the chords get more and more difficult.
Todėl, kad akordai daugiau ir daugiau tampa sudėtingesni.
And you have to have the scales and the knowledge under your fingers.
Jo, ir tu turi turėti įpročius ir žinias visų dermių tavo rankose, pirštuotėse ir lūpose su variniais.
Fast, yeah. Okay, so D minor 7 flat 5.
In bass clef?
Yeah, bass clef is fine. You're putting C. I told you D. Yeah.
A chord or
The scale. I want him to play through the scale. I'm gonna actually, maybe I can get the teacher's email. I'm gonna send them the stuff today.
Jis atsiūs, can you say it again?
The teacher's emails. I'm going to send them all of the chords.
O,
and
jis
scales
susirašys
today.
jūsų dėstytojų e-mailus ir jis galės jums atsiųsti visus akordus, chords and scales.
Today.
Akordus ir dermes šiandien. Turiu pusiau sumažinti. Jeigu mes matom bemol 5, turiu pusiau sumažinti. Gal galim groti tą akordą?
1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and.
Priežastis, dėl ko jie daro tai,
so that he can get it into his ears.
kad tai galėtų, kai jis priprastų prie garso ir tai jie priprastų prie to.
Once he hears it and he can play it and he feels it, he can improvise over it.
Ja, jeigu jis girdi, arba jie girdi ir gali tai pagroti, jis gali improvizuoti ant to akordo.
That's good. All right, let's bring someone else.
Yeah, let's clap. Ačiū, Rasta.
Okay, so these are taken from piece 4 that we're playing. And we're going to experiment over these two scales. So we have F dur ir F moll. And your B flat.
Is it Lydian or is it
For you guys, it's E flat major, E flat minor.
Yeah, it's a concert in C and B flat. Okay? C and B flat.
So just two measures. Major, minor. Dur, moll. 1, 2, a 1, 2, ready, now let's do 2 and 2. Do and 2.
Bar. Measure. Okay, du taktai F major 7 ir du taktai F minor 7. Okay?
Good. 1, 2, a 1, 2, ready, and.
Okay, tai du taktai E bemol mažoro ir du taktai E bemol minoro. Aš pasakiau, atsiprašau, jo derinime. Jūs esate šitą.
1, 2, 1, 2, ready. Third scale degree. But that's good. Let's play it a little bit more. Play it a little bit more. Let's get it on Work on just that today. When you leave here, work on just that until you can play it in your sleep. When you sleep and you're thinking about it, yeah, I got it. Right?
Jo, šiandien kai grįši namo, dirbk vien tik tai ant tos vienos dermės, kad tu galėtum naktį pabudintas pagroti tą dermę. Visus 12 tonacijų. Gerai, dar vieną kokį nors. Paplojam šiam saksofonistui.
Diminished scales.
Sumažinti.
Diminished. So today you're going to learn diminished.
Half or whole half?
Whole half. And it's whole half. Yeah. We're going to learn diminished. It's going to be great. So today, after you practice it, you know, and once you get it, it takes I spend usually about a week learning something new, learning it in all 12 keys. Can you show me this one really quick? I usually spend about a week working on something new, a new scale.
Dorsey dažniausiai praleidžia savaitę, kai dirba ant vienos dermės.
The first three days, I learned 4 keys every day.
Of what?
The first 3 days of the week.
Pirmas 3 dienas savaitėje.
I memorized 4 keys per day.
Jis išmoksta 4 tonacijas per dieną.
The other 4 days of the week, I work on mastering them and playing them as fast as I can.
Ir kitas savaitės dienas dirba ant išmokimo, mintinai ir grojimo greičiau.
Yes, so that's a good way to approach it. It's an F sharp, F sharp. F sharp, G, A, B flat. Okay, so put a B flat diminished scale up. You put it, that's diminished? That's how it is?
Yeah, that's
okay, good. One, two, ready, band.
sakote?
Practice it until you get it into your ears. Memorize this scale today.
Išmok šiandien mintinai.
I want to make sure that each player walks out of here with something that they didn't know before they came.
Jis norėtų, kad kiekvienas šiandien muzikantas išeitų iš šitos salės žinodamas bent vieną dalyką, kurio prieš tai nežinojo. Rimita? Ok, ačiū.
No, this, I don't know his name. Come on. It's a learning experience for everybody. Yes.
Dar grosim temą, tai nepabėgit.
How much time do I have?
I want to leave some time for questions, so if we would finish like in 15 minutes, that would be
Okay, great. Okay, so can you come right real quick? Okay. Let's scale. We will do Lydian flat 9 for this thing. Yes. Lydian flat 9. Is that what
Lydinė bemol 7. Lydinė dominantinė.
There we go. We will do C major. We'll do B flat. Yes. So have them play B flat 7, sharp 11.
Okay. Visi grokit B bemol 7, diez 11. Okay? Galim prašyti. B bemol 7, diez 11.
Just to be sure, maybe even arpeggiate it.
Ja, aš galiu parašyti dar in case, kas įeina į tą smuiko raktą. Tai reiškia B, Si bemol, Re, Fa, La bemol ir mes turime accidental, nežinau kaip lietuviškai, bet šita, tai yra Si natūrali. Atsiprašau, Mi natūrali.
So let's work on that.
Ready?
1, 2, ready?
Eduardas.
So learn it. So it's good that these guys are challenged by this.
Labai gerai, kad jeigu jums tai yra kažkoks tai iššūkis.
Because students are supposed to be challenged.
Todėl, kad mokiniai turi priimti iššūkį ir kasdieną būti iššūkiuoti.
If we're not challenged to the point to where we need instruction, then something's not right.
O jeigu niekas mums nekelia iššūkio ir mums nereikia niekieno pagalbos, reiškia, kad kažkas ne taip.
Yes, so we want to always make sure that our students are learning new things all the time.
Kai mes dėstom savo mokiniams, mums reikia įsitikinti ir būtinai užtikrinti, kad jie kasdieną išmoksta, ne kasdieną, bet kiekvieną kartą, kai jūs dirbat, išmoksta kažką naujo.
Because in the jazz world, everybody's learning. My professor, trombone player, 87 years old.
Dorsey dėstytojas yra 87 metų.
He calls me on the phone randomly sometimes and tells me about a new scale or a new lick that he learned.
Jo, jis jam skambina kartais visai netikėtai telefonu ir pasidalina savo įspūdžiais apie tai, kaip jis išmoko naują dermę arba naują džiazo frazę.
Jazz legend, and he still learns today at 87 years
old. Jis yra džiazo legenda ir visiems žinomas Phil Wilson, jis vis tiek dar mokosi kiekvieną dieną ir nori išmokti kažką naujo. Tai niekada nėra per daug.
So we challenge ourselves. I want to work with you now. We challenge ourselves to learn something new let's not say every day, because this is not something that you can just memorize every day. Every week, let's work on something new. Let's memorize it. Let's discipline ourselves and let's memorize it. And by the end of this school semester, you'll be a whole another jazz player.
Kelkime iššūkį, kad kiekvieną savaitę išmoktume kažką naują frazę, naują dermę. Ir jeigu mes disciplinuojame save pakankamai, semestro pabaigoje jūs visai kitam lygiai.
Better than you ever probably imagined you'd
Jeigu net neįsivaizdavot, kokiam lygiai galėtų būti daug aukštesniam.
Okay, so
guitars?
I'm going to work with the guitars. Okay. Yes.
Maybe 5 minutes, no more.
5 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh, no. So then we should just run through 4.
Or 10 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes on guitars and 5 minutes for 4.
Okay. All right. Can you write the scale for me? Please. I want to work on half whole diminished with him. Half whole diminished, yes. Ask him, has he heard of half whole diminished?
Does he know?
Ask him.
Does he know or did he play?
If he
Ar
doesn't.
žinai, pustonis tonas sumažinta dermė?
Yes. Do you do that on a regular basis? Do you play it? Do you play like that? So this is a good chance. So you know the scale. So let's invert it a little bit. Let's do I want you to write it in trouble clef.
From where?
It's good for him to be able to see it. Let's do A half whole diminished. You know A half whole diminished? Start. Awesome. So you can write also the A diminished chord.
Yeah.
A diminished. Yes. I'm sorry it's taking so long. There's a D sharp. That's a natural you play. Yeah, it's a D sharp. Whole and a half whole. Yeah, see what I mean? Okay, so let's 1, 2, 8 diminish. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and. How you're going to get something out of it. One is by memorizing it, of course. But also, write it down on a paper. Figure out a bunch of different combinations that you can use with this scale. And only memorize the patterns that you really like.
Jo, ir išmok mintinai tas frazes, kurios tau patinka asmeniškai kaip muzikantui.
And that's what's gonna set you apart from all the other guitarists that do this stuff.
Ir tai, kas būtent išmokimas mintinai tų frazių, kurios tau patinka pagal dermę, tave išskirs iš kitų gitaristų.
It's because everybody knows the vocabulary, right? Everybody knows, we know the scales, right? You know, most, but it's the difference that you can bring to the table that's gonna help you stand out in a jazz world. If you want to take guitar serious, then people will take you serious if you do that. You know, if you show them. If you're doing what everybody else is doing, it's accepted to a point. But if you want to really transcend and you want to be like one of the top jazz guitarists in the world, you're gonna write your own stuff. You know, use the knowledge that you know and create a whole new vocabulary for yourself. And when someone hears that, they're like, that's a fresh sound, man. That's a fresh sound. I want to talk to this guy. You know, and at Berkeley, everybody's like that. Everybody's trying to find that new sound. They're trying to find that new approach to jazz. And, you know, it's not an easy thing, but when it happens, it's a beautiful thing. Le Beau Gros Jeu. It's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing. So yeah, just take that and grow from that. I would give you that assignment because you know chords, you know scales. I know that. I can hear when you play. When I tell you something, you're like, yeah. You can do that. So I'm guitarist. You guys are like brilliant at scales. You know, most of the guitarists that I know, they can play up and down scales. Your challenge is to incorporate a lot more melody in your playing as well.
Daugiau
You know?
melodijos.
Because a lot of guitarists they play very scalar when they're improvising. But if you can figure out, listen to some horn players. Oh,
Klausyk
man.
ir naminėk
Listen to some horn players
pučiamuosius.
and search for that melody.
Ieškok tas melodijas.
And then take what they gave you and flip it. Flip it, and you'll do something with it. Okay, so let's move on. Let's do 4. Maybe we can
Okay,
do
tai
4.
visa kompanija atgal ant
I'm
scenos.
sorry that I couldn't get to everybody.
Visa kompanija atgal ant scenos ir grosim dar 4.
Everyone will take
Ir
a
kiekvienas
chorus.
paims po vieną kvadratą solo.
But yes, when we're in class, this is how the learning experience should be. It should be both mental and physical. And if it's not challenging for the student, then find something that's challenging.
Kai mes esame specialybėje su mokytoju, taip turėtų būti procesas, kad jis turėtų kelti iššūkį studentui. Nes jeigu nėra to iššūkio, nėra mokymosi proceso.
Does everybody have the chord changes memorized, or should we look at the sheet? Will that help?
Ar visi žino akordus mintinai? 4.
So do you have the music? Maybe you can read from the music. If you don't have the changes memorized, look at the music. There's nothing wrong with looking at music.
Jo, jeigu nežinot mintinai akordų, pasiimkit natas.
Look at it until you memorize it. That's what I always say. Okay, so let's do it.
Let's do.
Thank you.
this music it's a lifetime dedication. You know, it's anybody that I know who really does it professionally, it's their life. You know, if you really want to be good at jazz, it doesn't really take that long to learn this stuff. It's just a matter of actually doing it. You know, if you make it a part of your schedule every day, then everything should happen. You know, it's up to you. However serious of a musician you want to be, you can be. What I plan to do is send you all the tools that you need, but it's up to you to make something out of it. If you guys really like jazz music, you really love the sound of it, you really love to swing, love to play, then take what I'm giving you and use it and learn from it. And I guarantee you'll do well. It's guaranteed. And if there's anything, you can sign up to our Facebook. If any of you ever have a question about anything, just send a message. We will write you back right away. You need materials, you need playbacks, we will send it to you. Anything that you need, just let me know, and we'll give it to you.
You guys understand? Ar supratot, ką sakė? Nes taip gražiai sukalbėjo, net nenoriu versti. Ačiū. Jūs galite atsisėsti. Aš dar norėčiau bent 5 minutės palikti laikelio. Gal nieko baisaus dabar yra?
Prieš sėdant užsirašykit, kas dar neužsiregistravo.
Jo, užsirašykit, kas dar neužsiregistravot, galite eiti. Aš tik noriu palikti laiko galimybės, jeigu yra noro. Dorsey. Galbūt iš mokytojų arba iš mokinių, kas nors nori ką nors paklausti apie, aš nežinau, dėstymo metodus, praktikavimas, instrumentus, tiek iš vokalinės pusės, manęs gali paklausti, tiek gali Dorsey paklausti. Bet ką, kas jums būtų įdomu, jeigu būtų įdomu.
Čia su vertimu ar kaip?
Aš išversiu.
Konkrečiai apie trombonininkus, reiškia, yra, kodėl pasirinko didelę dūdą, pavyzdžiui, 42 batų. Ir kodėl pusė, tarkim, groja su mažais, tai, tarkim, 3B, 2B fingers, pavyzdžiui.
Why did you choose specifically this for, well, because some people are using a smaller, aš neatsimenu pavadinimo.
For example, like into B, into 3.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, for example, like, you know, like it's the game of Steve Davis plays for Jai, you know, he's connecting half from Boston. And like a sort of different, like he plays like small ball.
Yes, a lot of jazz guys play small ball.
No, but why you like playing?
I'm a classical trombonist as well. I'm a classical trombonist. I love jazz, but I like the sound of these horns. And this Shires, SC Shires?
Yeah.
Great horns. I like the big sound, and I play regularly all types of music. So I don't really have a lot of money, so instead of buying a bunch of different horns, I figured I'd play it all here. I'd make it work on this one horn. And I love the sound that it gives, and it feels good to me when I play it.
Yeah, like me, for example, like when I play some, like we have the touring that story, use back 42, like the King 40, like with this microphone, like I need like the smallest one because the sound is big.
Oh yeah. You can also get mouthpieces help as well.
Yeah.
If you have a bunch of different mouthpieces, I know a lot of guys who have a mouthpiece for every type of gig, every type of performance. So if you're looking for more of a pointed sound, get a smaller mouthpiece. Put it in there, and you'll get it.
And what is yours?
Mine is a 5G. It's a Jupiter 5G. I was recently, normally I play really big mouthpieces.
Mes kalbam apie maštukus. Jeigu nori labiau pointai, tokį aštresnį garsą, tai yra mažesnis maštukas. Jeigu nori toliau.
Galiu parodyti, tai šaulo.
Guys, kad suvaldyti visą situaciją, tada ačiū visiems, kas atėjo ir išbuvo iki galo su antrajam workshop'e. Ir jeigu norit kažką dar kol nulipti nuo scenos pasikalbėti, tai galim pasikalbėti, gerai?
Tai ačiū Jums, Simona ir Dorsey. Ačiū.